Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
There's never been peace without first a great suffering. The greater the suffering, the greater the peace. See, this will unite them.
Think of the person you love most in your life. Your wife. Mother. Daughter. Now that person will know what it is to lose someone they love and live with that pain forever.
What are you doing?
You took everything from me when you sent Abigail into that machine. Now I'm taking everything from you.
I don't know why everyone is so rude. I don't know why you are. I don't want anything from you. Maybe a little bit of warmth. Maybe a hug, Dad. How much is a little bit of fucking decency? What is it with you people?
Love and hate are so close, it's easy to mistake one for the other.
She never came back. Lotso wouldn't give up. It took forever, but we finally made it back to Daisy's. But by then, it was too late. Something changed that day inside Lotso. Something snapped.
She replaced us.
Love. A dreadful bond. And yet, so easily severed.
I tried reasoning with you, Woody, but you keep forcing me to take extreme measures.
In their last moments, people show you who they really are. So, in a way, I knew your friends better than you ever did.
The forest grows too wild, a purging fire is inevitable and natural. Create enough hunger and everyone becomes a criminal.
All who gain power are afraid to lose it.
I have experience and patience. A man can do anything if he has those.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations.
If you believe in peace, then let us keep it.
I think you're confusing peace with quiet.
You got a hell of an infestation.
You know, I've noticed an infestation here. Everywhere I look, in fact, nothing but undeveloped, unevolved, barely conscious pond scum. Totally convinced of their own superiority as they scurry about their short, pointless lives.
Superheroes are part of your brainless desire to replace true experience with simulation. You don't talk, you watch talk shows. You don't play games, you watch game shows. Travel, relationships, risk. Every meaningful experience must be packaged and delivered to you to watch at a distance, so that you can remain ever sheltered, ever passive, ever ravenous consumers who can't bring themselves to rise from their couches, break a sweat, and participate in life.
And you're lost because you follow blind leaders. These false gods, systems of the weak. They've ruined my world.
To build a really better world sometimes means having to tear the old one down. And that makes enemies. Those people that call you dirty because you got the guts to stick your hands in the mud and try to build something better.
Did you do it?
Yes.
What did it cost?
Everything.
But I'm a villain. And villains don't get happy endings.
Every mammal on this planet
instinctively develops a natural equilibrium with the surrounding environment, but you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply, and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. And the only way you can survive is to spread to another area. There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. Do you know what it is? A virus.
The humans have forgotten the gods, destroyed the earth, and for what? Parking lots, shopping malls. Greed has burned a hole in their heart that will never be filled. They will never have enough.
I counted on you. That's why you failed. What? Because you have some strange abilities and a shiny costume. The rest of us are supposed to put our lives into your gloved hands. That's what my father believed. Waiting for heroes to save the day. Our sweet parents were fools to put their lives in anybody else's hands. Superheroes keep us weak.
Men have enslaved each other since they invented gods to forgive them for doing it. We're all slaves to something. I to eternity. You to your convictions, others to the color of their skin. All I ever wanted was to see my kind granted their rightful place.
I fought by his side. I loved him like a brother. And he betrayed me. Well, now I will destroy everything he has created!
I will not let you destroy Uguay's memory.
Why not? He destroyed mine.
You know, our actions have very serious repercussions, especially when they damage other people.
They wronged me, and I will make it right.
They loved you. They loved you so much that having to send you away killed them.
The dead exist in the past, and I must attend to the future.
I wish you happiness.
Happiness must be taken, and I will take mine.
You know, there's two kind of people in this world. People who do anything to get what they want, and everybody else.
You can't care about anyone else. Everyone else is an obstacle. You care what an obstacle wants or feels, you're dead.
Look around you. Look at the world. What do you see? War, poverty, a planet on the brink of collapse. I would argue that God has abandoned us.
We were happy on my home planet.
Going to bed hungry, scrounging for scraps. Your planet was on the brink of collapse. I'm the one who stopped that. Do you know what's happened since then? The children born have known nothing but full bellies and clear skies. It's a paradise.
Because you murdered half the planet.
A small price to pay for salvation.
Do you know what makes a great leader, Aurora? The ability to instill fear in your subjects, and then use that fear against your enemies.
If one is to understand the great mystery, one must study all its aspects, not just the dogmatic, narrow view of the Jedi. If you wish to become a complete and wise leader, you must embrace a larger view of the Force.
I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
Can't rely on anyone these days. You gotta do everything yourself.
Don't we? Can a heart still break once it's stopped beating?
No! I don't know what it's like to be cast out! To not be believed in? To long for a family?
All those years in the shadows, I thought no one else knows what this feels like. But now I see I was wrong.
Not. Sweet Estella. Try as I might, I never was. I'm Cruella. Born brilliant. Born bad. And a little bit mad. I'm not like her. I'm better. Anyway, mustache. Much to avenge, revenge, and destroy. But I do love you. Always.
You said we would destroy the Avengers. Make a better world.
It will be better.
When everyone is dead.
That is not... The human race will have every opportunity to improve. When the Earth starts to settle, God throws a stone at it. And believe me, he's winding up. We have to evolve. There's no room for the weak.
And who decides who's weak?
Life. Life always designs.
I want you to choose who you truly are and where you truly belong. Not on a whim, not because you wish you were someone you're not, but because you honestly know yourself.
Doesn't matter what you do. It matters what they think you've done.
Now, the minister says you're too young to see what these curses do. I say different. You need to know what they're up against. You need to be prepared.
The problem today, John, is half this country thinks the other half is its enemy because they have no one else to fight. So, we gave them a real enemy. One with the power to threaten their lives, their freedoms.
The humans. They will tire of you. They have already turned against you. Leave them.
¿Qué es lo que quiere la gente? Poder, dinero, lujos, tonterías. ¿Para qué? Si de cualquier manera todos vamos a morir y no nos vamos a llevar nada. That is what we are fighting. That is the enemy. Their arrogance. Their power lust. Their barbarity. How long will it take before they turn their weapons on us?
What kind of man crawls into his own grave in search of hope?
A desperate one.
God likes to watch. He's a prankster. Think about it. He gives man instincts. He gives you this extraordinary gift, and while you're jumping from one foot to the next, what is he doing? He's laughing his sick fucking ass off. He's a tight ass. He's a sadist. He's an absentee landlord. Worship that? Never.
Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven, is that it?
I've nurtured every sensation man has been inspired to have. I cared about what he wanted, and I never judged him. Why? Because I never rejected him, in spite of all his imperfections. I'm a fan of man!
Prospector, this isn't fair.
Fair? I'll tell you what's not fair. Spending a lifetime on a dime store shelf watching every other toy be sold. Well, finally my waiting is paid off, and no hand-me-down cowboy doll is gonna mess it up for me now!
They understand power. You take the power. You gotta make him respect you. You make him see that you are special.
I know there's nothing I can do to ease the pain I've caused. Many will say I took the easy way out. I don't expect you to forgive me for leaving you this way. I just pray you understand that I can't go on ruining your lives anymore. It's had to end.
Beautiful, aren't they? Yet, up there, on the surface, no one even knows they exist.
They're monsters.
There's a monster inside all of us.
They tell you all the time what to do, what to think, what to feel. Do you want to be like a sheep? Like all those other people, man?
I don't have to listen to this bullshit.
You want to work 8, 10 fucking hours, you own nothing, you got nothing? How'd you like that? What do you want me to stay there and do nothing?
So you are what you are in this world. That's either one or two things. Either you're somebody, or you're nobody.
You have to consider the possibility that God does not like you. He never wanted you. In all probability, he hates you. This is not the worst thing that can happen. We don't need him.
Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about what the other guys are thinking. You're here for a reason.
No one thinks it can be done. When you're going to change the world, don't ask for permission.
When you try to fix people, there are always consequences.
We failed miserably as a species on this planet, masterminding our own extinction. But through it all, we might just still have another chance.
You break the rules and become a hero. I do it and I become the enemy. That doesn't seem fair.
All our lives, we've lived with death hanging over us. Why? Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change?
Coward. We have a new world to conquer. You make me sick.
Leave me alone, please.
Hiding in the shadows. Hiding from who you truly are.
Oh, without pain, without sacrifice, we would have nothing.
And he's laughed off stage. Cries himself to sleep that night, but the next morning, what does he do? He practices. And he practices and he practices with one goal in mind, never to be laughed at again.
First you have to know, not fear. Know that someday you're gonna die.
You don't know how this feels.
It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything.
Power, real power, doesn't come to those who are born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. No, it comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
Strong enough to have it all.
Too weak to take it! You did not respond to reason. So now you know fear.
They're gonna tell you, you're gonna hear some things. They're gonna say things like, life is not always black and white, but, life things are more complicated than that. But, here's the truth, okay? There's good and bad in this world. And, sometimes you gotta make a choice, you gotta pick a side, okay?
Just saying, I know what it's like to lose something that you love, to see it slip away and know it's never coming back.
You weren't born to be king, Loki. You were born to cause pain and suffering and death. That's how it is, that's how it was, that's how it will be. All so that others can achieve their best versions of themselves.
You see the good in everybody, even when it's not there. You're living a fantasy. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England. This is the real world, and you need to wake up.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility.
You called me a crook, but you didn't know shit about how the world works or what some people will do for money. world is an evil place, Charlie. Some of us make money off of that, and others get destroyed.
We are all so different, but we have one thing in common. We have big dreams, and we will do anything to make them come true.
But you can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
And you're going to make that happen by blowing up a building?
The building is a symbol, as is the act of destroying it. Symbols are given power by people. Alone, a symbol is meaningless, but with enough people, blowing up a building can change the world.
People need to believe. And nowadays, they don't believe anything.
Billions of people just living out their lives. Oblivious.
I believe that as a species, human beings define their reality through misery and suffering. The perfect world was a dream that your primitive cerebrum kept trying to wake up from.
Nobody panics when things go according to plan, even if the plan is horrifying. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos.
Everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated.
It's fair.
I'm not insane. What's insane is the way humans choose to live today. Think about it. All we do is take. It can't go on. We've brought the planet to the brink of extinction. We're parasites.
А вы знаете, зачем нужно оружие? Оружие — это гарантия мира. В стае собак равные перегрызут друг другу глотки. Чтобы жить мирно, им нужен один лидер.
Tanks, planes, ships, and all that spending lifted this entire nation out of poverty, freed the world from tyranny. A big country needs big enemies. Our fear of them unified our people, gave us purpose.
I want to sever the fate of this world. A world of only victors. A world of only peace. A world of only love. I will create such a world.
Once upon a time, someone decided that we were the losers. There are two sides to every story, and our side has not been told. So, who will join me? Who wants to come out on top for once? Who wants their happily ever after?
Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark, begging for scraps.
I came to realize some creatures are born to get all the love. The rest of us get nothing.
I'll sell my invention so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. How is humanity saved if it's not allowed to evolve?
See, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
I thought by eliminating half of life, the other half would thrive. But you've shown me that's impossible. And as long as there are those that remember what was, there will always be those that are unable to accept what can be.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back.
Does my face not remind you of what a grown man can do? Shift your hunting ground for a few years and everyone forgets how the law works. Well, let me remind you, a man cub becomes man, and man is forbidden!
You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
I was wrong to treat you that way. I'm sorry.
See? Now you respect me, because I'm a threat. That's the way it works.
So that's it. Prey fears predator and you stay in power?
Yeah, pretty much.
It won't work.
Fear always works.
When you guys tried to destroy the world, this is an error in judgment. But when it's one of us, just lock them up, throw away the key.
Idiots! Children destroy toys! You'll all be ruined! Forgotten! Spending eternity rotting in some landfill!
I know what it's like to lose. Feel so desperately that you're right. Yet to fail, nonetheless.
Success doesn't come for free, Miguel. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes to seize your moment.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
You knew I was the Dragon Warrior. You always knew. But when Uguay said otherwise, what did you do? What did you do? Nothing.
That was not my fault!
Not your fault? Who filled my head with dreams? Who drove me to train until my bones cracked? Who denied me my destiny?
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
What I ever did, I did to make you proud. Tell me how proud you are, Shifu. Tell me. Tell me!
The world is dark and selfish and cruel. If it finds even the slightest ray of sunshine, it destroys it.
Everybody is awful these days. Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy. It's enough to make anyone crazy.
It's not about what I want. It's about what's fair! You thought we could be decent men in an indecent time. You were wrong. The world is cruel. And the only morality in a cruel world is chance.
This universe is finite, its resources finite. If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
Every galaxy I've traveled, all you species are the same. You all think you're the center of the universe. You have no idea.
I figured out way back. God is all-powerful. He cannot be all good. And if he is all good, then he cannot be all-powerful.
If you can make God bleed, then people will cease to believe in him. And they will be plowed in the water, and the sharks will come.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I'm not a bad person. Just had bad luck.
Life is cruel. Why should the afterlife be any different?
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
I'm going to show the world what true pain is, and stop all wars with the terror that pain will inspire. I shall lead the world down the road to stability and to peace.
You see, the knowledge of death changes everything. If I were to tell you the exact date and time of your own death, it would shatter your world completely. I know. In a split second, your world's cracked open. You look at things differently, you smell things differently. You savor everything, be it a glass of water or a walk in the park. And the irony of it is that that keeps them from really living their life. It keeps them drinking that glass of water, but never really tasting it.
There is no good and evil. There is only power, and those too weak to seek it.
So it's your fault.
No, it wasn't me. It was...
First rule of leadership. Everything is your fault.
It's a bug-eat-bug world out there, princess.
The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
The betrayal doesn't depend on how much or how deeply you love someone. It depends on the magnitude of the dilemma they put in front of you. Would you betray your loved one? At first, no. But what would happen if someone told you that if you did, you'd be given a medicine that could cure your beloved brother?
Well, being brilliant's not enough, young man. You have to work hard. Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift. And you use it for the good of mankind.
We're not here because we're free. We're here because we're not free. There's no escaping reason, no denying purpose. Because as we both know, without purpose, we would not exist.
It is purpose that created us. Purpose that connects us. Purpose that pulls us, that guides, that drives us. It is purpose that defines. Purpose that binds us.
If it's so simple, why haven't you done it already?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Now you listen to me. You can't quit. You're nothing without me. Nothing, you worm. Stars lose their brightness. Idols fall. Agents are forever. You're a flash in the pan. You're yesterday's news.
You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred. Right now, we live in such a cycle. I know the past and can foretell our future. It is the same as our history. So we believe that human beings simply cannot understand each other, and they never will.
What do you get?
I don't think so.
When you cross
think
a
we're
mentally
done
ill
with you,
loner
Joe.
with
That's
a
it.
society that abandons him and treats him like trash!
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get!
Call the police.
You get what you fucking deserve! Good night. And always remember, that's...
You built these weapons to destroy us. Why? Because you are afraid of our gifts. Because we are different. Humanity has always feared that which is different.
Mortals receive the divine gift of intellect, the potential for wisdom, but they misuse it to destroy the beauty of creation. Mortals do not succumb to evil, they are the evil. They create it and spread it with minds they shouldn't possess. How can we call ourselves gods if we watch this plight and do nothing to stop it?
In every moment, there is the possibility of a better future, but you people won't believe it.
And because you won't believe it, you won't do what is necessary to make it a reality. So you dwell on this terrible future, you resign yourselves to it. For one reason, because that future doesn't ask anything of you today.
We have created our own hell on Earth.
Oh my.
The warnings have been obvious, the solutions ignored, so I took action.
Wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention.
People think in terms of good and evil when really time is the true enemy of us all. Time kills everything.
Everyone creates the thing they dread. Men of peace create engines of war. Invaders create avengers.
What you really fear is inside yourself. You fear your own power. You fear your anger. The drive to do great or terrible things. Now, you must journey inwards.
If you're using half your concentration to look normal, then you're only half paying attention to whatever else you do. Just pointing out something that could save your life. You want society to accept you, but you can't even accept yourself.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. You turned everyone I ever loved against me, my own flesh and blood! I guess it's like what they say. Y'all could go insane with just one bad day.
You will destroy the world, Wakanda included. The world took everything away from me. Everything I ever loved. But I'm gonna make sure we're even.
Let the past die. Kill it, if you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
You and I both know the real power in this world ain't magic. It's money. Buckets of it.
It's true.
Aren't you tired of living on the margins? While all those fat cats in their fancy cars don't give you so much as a sideways glance.
Ever think what it's like to be someone like me? To be somebody but themselves? They don't. They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little boys. That we won't werewolf and go wild.
Those people up there, the rich and the powerful, they do whatever they want. Guys like us, you and me, they don't care about us. We build their roads and we fight all their wars and everything. They don't care about us. We have to pick up after them. We have to eat their table scraps.
The powerful will be ripped from their decadent nests and cast out into the cold world that we know and endure. The police will survive as they learn to serve true justice.
Everything they built will fall! And from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one!
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
A world of undisturbed beauty. Mortals are a foolish and ugly mistake that stain the majesty of the cosmos. By eliminating all mortal creatures, we can restore its original splendor and reclaim this perfect creation.
Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Villain, being who sees the world in a way most don't, due to the experiences they have lived, suffered. Seek justice, revenge. What life taught them is the solution to their problems, to fix them once and for all.
I know what it's like to be different, to be alone in this world.
When I woke up, my parents were dead. I wasn't so lucky. Saw an opportunity in my affliction. They weaponized me. I stole for them, spied for them. I killed for them. And in exchange for my soul, they were going to cure me. They lied.
Villains are so cruelly deceived that they can't trust anyone else, and they close because they know that. The more they give nowadays, the more others take advantage of them.
Did you really think that I'd let that happen? That I'd let you take away my power just because you're blind to what true power can bring you?
You don't know me.
Don't I? Struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose. Gods don't have to choose. We take.
The difference between good and evil, it is what governs our entire society. Since we were kids, they have taught us what things we should do and what not, but not all of us were as lucky.
And I realize that you'll do pretty much anything if your family says it's okay.
Ed?
I don't have anything to apologize for, sir.
Mom, it's okay. Just apologize. That's where we are in this world today. We seem to have developed a fundamental inability to apologize to anyone for anything. I don't even think you really know what a bad day is. But you're gonna find out. You hear me, miss? You're gonna fucking learn.
Because as the Joker said, it just takes one bad day so that the sanest person understand his madness.
He hates us.
No. He's simply afraid of who he truly is, like I was.
You'll never know how it felt that night to be told that the only man that I'd ever loved had to die.
It's remarkable as the amount of people you've managed to murder.
Dark times call for extreme measures. You may find it hard to believe, but I am serving the greater good.
It's hard to describe someone as good or bad. Every act has its justifications, and we all make mistakes.
You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
Yes.
Why? What's the point of any of this? What do we do to deserve?
Nothing. Other than occupy a space we need. We're not that different, Ben. Your kind would do exactly the same thing.
No. Our kind wouldn't have wiped out an entire species.
Of course you would. We've been doing it for centuries.
A villain and a hero are not so different. If we look from various perspectives, everyone does what they believe is the best for those around them.
We don't need you to save us. We don't need to be fixed. These are not curses. They're gifts.
Humans are a unique type of pest, multiplying and poisoning our world, all while enforcing a structure of their own, a deeply unnatural structure. Where others saw order, I saw a straitjacket. A cruel, oppressive world dictated by made-up rules. Each life, a faded, lesser copy of the one before. Wake up, eat, work, sleep, reproduce, and die.
Are the villains always the bad guys in history? Or is it that they only see what others cannot see, and they are willing to give up their life, if necessary, to achieve it? No matter how good a person you are, we are all bad guys in someone's story. So enjoy your role, and at least be a memorable villain. Niccolo Machiavelli.
It was just like Human Day. We all learn to do what we must do to survive. Just like you and me, soldier.
We made our choices. Let him make his.
Do you think I had a choice? Huh? I never had a choice!
We judge and criticize without knowing their history or motives. There's always a reason why they are who they are. If you had been born instead, you can't imagine how similar you would be.
If we're all so bad, where's the bad?
My whole life, rich people, powerful people tried to muzzle me, cancel me, keep me impotent and obedient, like I'm a fucking puppet. You know what? It worked. Because I allowed it to work. And guess what? If they can control me, then you can...
Bet your ass they can control you. They already do, you just don't realize it. I'm done.
Many take advantage of the good, the loyal, the generous. They try to control you for their own benefit. And when you no longer serve them, they just discard you.
I got cast in the biggest movie in the world as the boy who wouldn't grow up, Peter Pan. I'd never been so happy in my entire life. Then I got older, and they threw me away like I was nothing. I was scared, desperate, and all alone. So I decided to take the power back.
Because playing fair, being scared, that gets you nowhere. That gets you beat.
Greatness inspires envy. Envy engenders spite. And spite spawn lies and hate.
I am done apologizing. I am done being persecuted for my strength. You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better. You need me to save you. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
Having power changes everything, to such an extent that it becomes difficult to distinguish who are the heroes and who are the villains of the story.
Every time a civilization reaches the pinnacle of its decadence, we return to restore the balance.
Equality. Everyone is equal while they play this game. Here, every player gets to play a fair game under the same conditions. These people suffered from inequality and discrimination out in the world. And we're giving them one last chance to fight fair and win.
Light needs darkness to exist, and the darkness needs light, all to prevent the world from becoming a dreadful fantasy or a wonderful horror story.
No. How could you be worthy? You're all killers.
Stark
had to kill the other guy. He was a good guy. But down in the real world, we're faced with ugly choices.
You're gonna destroy millions of lives.
Only a cynical man would call what these people have lives, Wayne. Crime, despair. This is not how man was supposed to live.
We tend to mark the different as dangerous because they want to change things, which are already normal for us. But they don't do it for their own benefit, but for the common good.
We have to explore the unknown. The unknown can lead to the unforeseen, and we had no way of predicting that. But in the long run, our work will help ease suffering. It'll save lives, not just one life, many lives. We're making the world a better place.